Good everyone, today's video, and today we have a battle in the Panzer 3M as part of our Talisman series. This used to be one of my favourite tanks, and I used to play this thing quite a bit back in the day, and well, it was a good tank. I mean, not nowadays, because well, it gets clubbed to hell. But back in those days, I really enjoyed it, and well, it was just one of those vehicles that it was always able of doing pretty much everything other than killing a T-34, it seemed like, other than unless you shoot a turret, which was a pain in the ass back in the day because everyone used to race around at 30 miles an hour like they were going out of style. Very hard to hit a T-34's turret at those speeds, that's for definite. Back when I used to play this tank, I was a bit of an arcade noob, and I wasn't the best in this thing, I'll be brutally honest, but at the end of the day, I was a noob, and well, yeah, times have changed, haven't they? So the Panzer 3M is the last Panzer 3, unless you don't include the Premium N in the tech tree, and it's sort of a it's sort of an attempt to improve the Panzer 3. And to be honest, it doesn't do that much to help it. But there are some key points that may just save us. So the Panzer 3M, obviously, as you can tell already, it has a lot of additional armor. This was due to the fact that the Panzer III's original, well, if you want to go really original, 14.5mm of armor until they upgraded it to 30, was not sufficient. Obviously, in the later models, such as the J, that received 50mm of armor. Again, as the war went on, this was not sufficient. And now that we've got the driver's port, the machine gun port all angled and all that, and we've also got it modeled, we have additional plating. And additionally, we have also more additional plating of high hardness rolled armor. Now, this does have a higher modifier than rolled homogeneous, so we do actually get a bit better armor protection than what it's providing. So we might just get lucky. The turret has also received an additional 20mm of high hardness rolled armor, and on the sides of the turret and sides of the tank, we have received Schertzen spaced armor. I doubt this is going to do much to protect us, especially with the fact that barely anyone fires heat at this BR, and even then the ones that are firing heat are probably German. So I don't think these are going to do much to protect us, but you never know, we might get lucky. So our gun today is a 50mm K2E K39, and it's not too bad. It's certainly had a penetration buff over the years. It used to be about 91 back in the early days. It could pretty much deal with everything with just standard armor piercing, but if you really needed to, you had APCR as well, access to APCR. And well, this 50mm has two types of armor piercing, composite rigid, and yet the one that you typically upgrade to, the rank 4 one, is technically worse than the actual one that's before it. So we're going to be obviously not maining this round, but this is going to be our backup round in case we need it. But as usual, I've assembled a brief lineup. Marder 3H, SDKFZ62, Panzer 3L, and Hermann the German. That's just typical. I just wanted to bring a couple of vehicles along just in case. Originally, this is, I guess you could class this as my second attempt at recording this, because the first one I actually deleted due to the patch coming out, and obviously it wouldn't make sense to release a 1.95 tank one, where there's no different like sounds and everything. And yeah, we're just gonna have to see how we do. But with the Panzer, in fact, I'll actually show you my old start card because I hadn't touched this thing in arcade in donkeys. You can see here, I wasn't the best in it, but to me, I thought I was doing good at that time. And that's what really made me fall in love with the tank. Like, I just thought it was a good tank, and it still is. It's just got to be played differently to how it was back in those days. And we get the new map, Sweden. I've only actually had 2 games on this map. One was in my French 105. One was in the LVTGB M40, that Mad Max truck thing. And now we get our third in the Talisman series. I'm not a huge fan of this map from what I've seen already, so we're just going to have to see what we can do. That's for definite. But obviously, we're not going to be playing too aggressively. We're going to be trying to support the team where we can. And we're going to be using the roads and the streets provided to possibly provide ambush points. So, let's get underway. And, yep, it's a 4-0. Is that really going to help us? No, it ain't. I don't get why people just spray and pray their guns and start firing in, like, the start of a tank battle. Sweden map is shit, made by Poland Kursk gang. I mean, Kursk is okay, but I wouldn't say it's better than a huge street map where, like, you can get shot from basically anywhere. I forgot to mention as well, we are going to be able to drop any smoke if we need to. We only get one launch of it, but it's still something. Yeah, I haven't really explored this map, so if I'm a bit crap at situational awareness, you now know why, because I don't know this map at all. I don't like you. That sounds like one of those old playground insults that you'd give to, like, someone who you didn't like. That legit sounds like a playground insult. I probably said the worst burn you could give to someone back in those days was like, "You're not coming to my birthday party" or something. Those were the best kind of burns. Nowadays it's all about mum jokes and just roasting people for the way they are. Bro, I want to play over maps because all I keep getting is Sweden. I severely doubt that. What was that? What was that? Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Okay, reverse. That looked like a ram and a Sherman. Yep, they're shooting at my position. Oh no. I can hear that bloody 150 mil going off. I can hear something else, that's for definite. There, what's that? That's friendly. Is that alive? No, it ain't. Good. I don't like dealing with M4A2s in this thing. I remember spading that thing and it was 4.0 when I spaded it. Now it's at 3.7, but like... I'd love to understand what kind of crazy person thought it was good at 4.0. It was capable, yeah, but now it's at 3.7, it's actually pretty good. Whoa, 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 there we go. That's skill number 1. Oh, no, 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 no. That's a ram, that's a ram. That was lucky. That was lucky. I don't know how I killed him. Is that all of them? I don't know how I killed him because the kill cam did not come up, but I'd love to know how. That should not have penetrated him. I must have hit lower armor because I think that's only like 38mm. Well, our gun is severely wounded, so our turret traverse, which isn't great to begin with, probably isn't going to be that quick now. Good kill. Flipping 105s. Right, well, I think the best route would be to go down this road here and see what we can get. We've got the A point, and we're capturing the C point. Oh god, I don't know. Artillery. Black bus, you're gonna want to take some cover, buddy. Oh, revenge bomb! Hey! Typical. There's always got to be one, ain't there? What a knobhead. Right, well, better jump in the Panzer 3 again. We'll go on the right-hand spawn, although he just died right next to our spawn. There's an LV, it was a SBD. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it was the guy in the ram. What a sad motherfucker. And there's a guy spawn camping. Sorry, 2 guys spawn camping. What a pair of sad pricks. You actually have to rush to spawn camp. Missed that one. It's a T-34. There's actually quite a few of them. Oh no. Oh my fucking god. That's disgusting behaviour. As you can tell, I don't like this map at first. Right, last thing. I mean, they're spawn camping anyway. Let's go with Herman the German, and we'll strap some bombs to him. That is some disgusting behaviour on those players' part. I'm sorry, but... I mean, look, level 61, and he's a stat padder. Like, come on. That is disgusting behaviour. And then we've got Act Tafasi, so look, level 100. Some disgusting playing by these players. Oh dear. And that's one thing that annoys me about playing some tanks sometimes, is that you get shit like this all the frickin' time. Well, Herman the German is armed with his 23s, and he also has a couple of bombs. So we've got quite a few tanks down there, so... That's friendly. I thought that was enemy because he was looking like he was lining up for an attack then. I think that's alive. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, whatever, we got him. Oh Jesus. Did I seriously hit that? I don't know. This map is so bloody stupid now. And that's an enemy fighter. But we don't have a wingtip, so we're going to have to head back to base and hope the team can deal with it. I'm sorry for the FPS drops. That is on this map's part. War Thunder's been getting some horrendous FPS drops recently. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the plane level. It's... With one wingtip, it does okay, but... It would be nice to have both wings, that's for definite. I mean, I've got half a wing, so that's a benefit, I suppose. But that's the thing, it's the fact that those players can just rush to spawn and get that many kills. And then you get revenge killers who are level 100s, most likely stat padding. It's just some disgusting players these last few days. It really is. Well, one thing's for certain, I don't think this team's going to win this, because, well, they've brought in J21s, and not the A21. Come on in, Herman, you've done well. I mean, it was kind of my fault that you lost your wing tip, but don't worry about it. That's the thing about the IL-2, it can take a beating and get home and not give a shit. We use the cannons to break ourselves here. There we go. Engine off. Oh dear, this map is horrendously poor. This is becoming the new Italy for me. This map. I mean, it's caused horrendous FPS drops, and not only that, there's spawn campers that can rush your spawn in less than what 3 minutes. It feels like. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. Quite clearly, this map has not been designed that well. Well, I'm definitely returning to hangar. I'm not sticking around for that. No chance. Well, whilst it wasn't the most stellar appearance of the Panzer 3M, unfortunately when you get players like that, there's just not a lot you can do. And that's one thing that annoys me, is that that map is basically designed to spawn camp. You could spawn camp from multiple different angles to the point where you couldn't even get out your spawn if there was enough enemy tanks to lock it down. Additionally, with the amount of revenge killing that's going on in tanks right now, it's very hard to actually play tanks all of a sudden. And even though I've been growing in Sweden, I don't really tend to have problems with getting revenge killed in Swedish tanks. It's anything else, especially German tanks. It really can be frustrating sometimes. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a annoyed episode, but there's nothing I can really do, so I apologize for that. But I'll see you all on the next one.